Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. In the first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly. You know,
I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Now it's 3rd down and long. They would hate to waste this great field position. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 35-yard attempt. And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. It's a nice gain. They move the football up to the 27.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fighting him off. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Look, I realize on any play clock, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some open field ahead. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down. And a player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. And looking to throw now on first down. Short pass finds the tight end.
And this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Trying to run it. It's Bargava. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Just trucks through the defender. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ponies. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Oh, and he got the first down, but looking for more yardage. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, all week the defense offensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
The Terrapins lining up here on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks right for a quick completion. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. Not just a pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
They'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
He lets it go. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Quarterback keeps the football. Fights off a defender. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
So as we begin the 2nd quarter, the first play will be a field goal try. He made his first attempt, but this one is from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's cross. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Running back grabs it on a screen. The defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
High completion makes it 2nd and medium. An inside give now from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Can he make it to the marker? Fights off a defender. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
And the Terrapins are on the move here. And they'll go right back to him on first down. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. In the clear of the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will have to settle for 3? And the back now goes in motion. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
But this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He's close to the goal line, and the football comes out. Who's got it? It's a turnover. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense operating from the pistol. And now the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs?
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The Mustangs have 1st and 10 here. We'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Dump off caught by the running back. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
This defense has got to do a better job of coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. First down and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He flips it to the back across the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Off target and incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And they'll give it to the back. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. The Terrapins looking to crank up the tempo a bit. First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Terrapins. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. SMU offense is back out on the field now. They'd love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. Defense is coming after him. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. From their own 7, it's now 2nd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Past the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, SMU.
And that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw. But really, it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after the ball.
After the PAT, the lead is now 16 points. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. The pocket breaking down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Bringing pressure. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there, had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route, just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. A screen to the wide receiver. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
And the single back takes the handoff. And the Mustangs pick up enough yardage for a first down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
SMU.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. The lead remains at 16 off that miss. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. It's kicking down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Terrapins will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. Play action here on first down. Catch made on the left side. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
A completion makes it second down. And on the carry, he's heading left. Tackle, but first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
New center down to the offense, 1st and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
The Mustangs will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. A great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. And he's tackled after the catch.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Back to throw again. Grab made by the tight end. Jukes to get past a man. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Same tailback, another carry. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Mustangs line up with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now will they give it to him again to see if he can break the plane?
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. Looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
Snags the quick throw. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he fires the football to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Terrapins pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Using his legs here. Finds room at the 30. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's cross. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, SMU 23, Maryland, 7.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's caught, so the 2-point conversion works. Back to a 1-score game. Hope still alive. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Handoff here from the shotgun. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The defense will wrap him up, and he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Look out, he's got some space. Hard running now, breaking tackles. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick and solid return to set up his offense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking for a deep completion. Catch made inside the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. Strong game by this quarterback.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Only dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Now it's second down here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete and nearly intercepted yet again. Second down now.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series. He almost threw another one.
Second down after the incompletion. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief, but I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
So 2 losses in a row puts him in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. And he picks up the first down. Tackled at the 32.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. And the Terrapins looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Looking to scramble now. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Fires it to the wideout. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Past the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Ponies. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And the offense just takes a knee here. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And it's a kneel down. And the offense is out there. They're going to try for it again on 4th down. They're just 1 for 4. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.